Hey everybody, this is PJ, and this is a quick continuation video on what I found yesterday with the cutscene breaking glitch in Mega Man 7. I spent a while last night and this morning trying to see where else this glitch could be used. Unfortunately, it is pretty limited. Well, unfortunately and fortunately. It is pretty limited, but there are a few interesting places where you can use it, mostly regarding Proto Man. There are 3 cutscene skips that you can do for Proto Man, which means it's not terribly useful for any percent. It's still only useful for the Wily Machine quick kill. But in 100%, you could do some interesting skips here, but you would be relying on luck again. I also did some digging on how Rush Search works. In short, the item that Rush will dig up changes every single frame, and you have roughly a 25% chance of getting a small or large health or ammo, and it works with any of those 4 drops. So this demonstration is not going to be really applicable for RTA, but I wanted to document it anyways. It'll certainly be useful in a task if someone ever decides to improve that, and maybe it'll give somebody some more ideas in the future. So anyways, Proto Man, you have to visit 3 times. You have to visit him in Cloud Man stage, and then Turbo Man stage, and then Shade Man stage. And when you encounter him at Shade Man stage, he'll fight you, and then if you win, you get the Proto Shield. So this is what the cutscene normally looks like. It's pretty short. Once you climb up to the top of the ladder, the game will take control of Mega Man and walk him to the left. And then Proto Man talks to you, and your control is still locked until he leaves and the music resumes. At which point you can just go back down. So what you can do here is you can have Rush Search dig to the side. I already have a save state with him digging up the weapon ammo just to make this demonstration a little bit easier, but yeah, it would look like this. Hey, there it is again. And then you climb to the top of the ladder, he collects it, and the cutscene is broken. And not only is the cutscene broken, it's just gone. It's completely broken forever. And there's no way to trigger this again, because the game already counts it as having visited Proto Man. So you don't get the whistle, you don't get the dialogue, you don't get to see Proto Man, you don't have to wait for him to leave. You just grab the ammo and you're out of here. And this does actually count for a visit. So it's pretty neat. I didn't actually time it out because it's not something that I would really ever want to gamble for in a run, but it should be faster by a few seconds, I would think, in a task setting. Like, you do lose all of the time here from having to wait on the ladder for Rush to dig up the item, but still might end up being faster. So there's that. The next Turbo visit, or the next Proto Man visit is in Turbo Man stage. You can't place Rush in any meaningful place there to interrupt the cutscene. You can place him and you can watch him dig and take a look at what he finds for you, but you can't interrupt that cutscene. So the remaining one is here in Shade Man stage. And what happens normally is you walk through this door, Proto Man appears. I'm playing on the US version. I imagine it's going to be the same in the Japanese version, but in the US version there's one text box that you have to advance. This one right here. And then after this box, he'll do something and the fight begins. What you can do, though, is not that. If you slide into the door and you collect the drop at a certain point during this transition, let's see. I don't know if I'm early or late. I never really spent time practicing this one because this isn't one that I intend to actually do in runs. I think that might be early. Let's just keep trying. I'll just try and go as late as I can now. It's actually really weird that I'm not able to get this. This is just more reasons to not do this one. Again, you have a 25% chance of it actually working, or of Rush actually finding the item that you need. Well, anyways, it works something like this. You're supposed to have control here. If it works the intended way. And you can walk around, you can shoot Proto Man. He does actually take damage. Unfortunately, you can't just kill him here because this text box will advance and the battle will begin. You can start the battle. You can start the battle early by just shooting Proto Man, which is pretty interesting. But I didn't toy around a lot with any of the other things that might happen here. Any of the other consequences of like starting the battle early and dying or anything like that. Mostly because I don't intend to ever use this in a run. The start of battle skip doesn't save a whole lot of time. The real time saving here is at the end. So I think this save state is with him being one hit away from death. But it's pretty tough to manage his health during this cutscene or during this fight, and the odds are still not good. There's an extra life or an E-tank or something. But if you do the same thing here, where Rush digs up something, I'm gonna hold this text box because we have to collect the shields at a certain point. All right, so we can move now. This is again after the Proto Man fight. He's gonna throw the shields, and we can grab it at any point. We can just stand under here, we can pick it up and just stand in the air and celebrate. The issue is that this will either lead to a soft lock or a hard lock, depending on the situation. But if you grab the Proto Shield as early as possible, Proto Man will get stuck here just talking gibberish. You can't leave the room. You can walk around and do whatever you want. So if you're not doing this as a revisit, this is a soft lock. But if this is a revisit, you can exit the stage, and you will have the Proto Shield, and you will have skipped the rest of the cutscene. For perspective, let's just show what this cutscene normally looks like. It's a pretty long cutscene. Proto Man talks, he throws the shield, Mega Man talks, Proto Man talks and then leaves, and then the game takes control of Mega Man, walks him towards the center of the screen until he gets the Proto Shield. And when Mega Man touches the Proto Shield, it triggers the "You got the Proto Shield" fanfare, it draws a text box, and then that's the cue for the music to start playing again. So when you interrupt these sequences, really bad things can happen here. The best way to do it is the way that I showed earlier, where you just grab the Proto Shield as early as possible, and then the music will start playing, and you can exit the stage and get out of here. There are a bunch of things that you can do that make things really bad for you. The main one is if you interrupt Proto Man's second dialogue with the shield capture. Oh, for some reason you get stuck. You can't move during the last line of Mega Man's dialogue. Oh, that one worked. Basically what you want to avoid with this glitch is getting the Proto Shields before the game does the cutscene to collect the Proto Shield, because the game will still walk Mega Man to the center. So if we grab it here, the Proto Shield text interrupts Proto Man's. Oh, it still worked. Nope. Okay. Yeah. So if you look up here, you can look at the input viewer. You can see I'm pushing all kinds of buttons and Mega Man isn't moving. So yeah, at this point the game played the cutscene where Mega Man walks to the center to grab the Proto Shields, but there is no Proto Shield. So Mega Man is just stuck there, and this is a hard lock. There's nothing you can do. So there's a way to soft lock this cutscene, there's a way to hard lock it. You can do some like really weird stuff. I mean, you can grab the Proto Shield in the air, which is kind of neat. You can like You can break the text. The super adapter will still target Proto Man because it still sees him as a threat. Yeah, there's all kinds of problems that you can do. You can, like, store... If you grab this thing when Mega Man loses control, the Proto Shield becomes attached to you, and you can, like, store the fanfare. and then the game hard locks again. So, yeah, there's a lot of really bad stuff that you can do here, but... Again, for a TAS, it would be okay. You'd get control, you would just stand underneath the Proto Shields, get it as soon as possible. It's going to interrupt Mega Man's dialogue, but the music is going to play. And once the music resumes, you have Proto Shields, and you can get out of here. And again, this only works with a revisit, which fortunately is the quickest way to do it, at least RTA timing. For the last 4 Robot Masters, you do Shade Man, then Turbo, then Shade again to get Proto Shield, and you exit after that fight. Yeah, anything else is just super bad news there. So yeah, that's it for Proto Man. You can skip him completely in Cloud Man stage, but still get credit for the visit. You can skip the first cutscene and still, like, shoot him and get some damage early, but it's not really worth it. And you can skip the ending cutscene if you know when to collect the Proto Shield without super bad times happening. And as far as I know, those are the only places where this glitch can be useful. I'd be really curious to see if there were any more interesting time savings, but those are the only ones that I've been able to find so far. So, that's it for now. And let me know if you find anything new with this glitch. I'd be curious to hear more. Alright, thanks for watching.